The Xantharian Empire had ruled the Eastern Spiral Arm for 12 millennia, their crystalline warships gliding through space like shards of frozen starlight. They had conquered 47 species, absorbed 32 civilizations, and never, not once, had they encountered resistance they couldn't crush within a solar cycle, until they took the children. Kate stood on the bridge of the Vindication, her knuckles white against the tactical display. The hologram showed 17 red dots, 17 colony ships that had vanished 3 months ago from the Kepler Traverse. 17 ships carrying over 2,000 human children on an educational voyage through the outer territories. "Ma'am, the Xantharian flagship is hailing us," Lieutenant Wade reported from the communications station, his jaw clenched tight enough to crack teeth. "Put them through," Kate said, her voice cold enough to freeze helium. The view screen shimmered, revealing Ambassador Thelgzar, his translucent face displaying the bioluminescent patterns that indicated amusement. "Commander Kate of Earth, your presence in Xantharian space is unexpected. Your species signed the Pax Stellaris. 4,000 years of peace, and you violate it for what? A few specimens we acquired for study?" Wade's hands trembled over his console. Kate could see the rage building in him, the same rage that burned in every human who'd learned what the Xantharians had done. "Specimens?" Kate's voice cut like a blade. "You took our children." Thelzar's patterns shifted to confusion. "Yes, juvenile humans. Their cognitive development patterns are fascinating. We've harvested samples from dozens of species for our archives. This is standard Imperial procedure." Behind Kate, Wade stood slowly, his chair scraping against the deck. She held up one hand, stopping him. "Ambassador, you need to understand something about humans," Kate said, stepping closer to the screen. "We've been peaceful for 4 millennia. We've followed every law, honored every treaty, respected every boundary. Do you know why?" Thelzar's patterns flickered, the first sign of uncertainty. "Your species evolved beyond violence, like all enlightened civilizations must." Kate's laugh was harsh, bitter. "No, we became peaceful because we remembered what we were capable of. We looked at our history, the wars, the weapons, the wholesale slaughter, and we said never again. We built our civilization on one unshakable principle: protect the innocent, especially our young. It's written into our genetic memory now. It's what makes us human." She leaned forward, her eyes burning. "You didn't just break a law, Ambassador. You triggered something we've spent 4,000 years trying to forget. You reminded us what we used to be. Commander, our fleet comprises 3,000 vessels equipped with—" "Wade," Kate interrupted, not taking her eyes off the Xantharian. "Show him." Wade's fingers flew across his console. The view screen split, showing the space behind the Vindication. The Xantharian ambassador's bioluminescence stuttered, then went dark with shock. The fleet emerged from quantum fold space like nightmares made manifest. Not hundreds of ships, not thousands, millions. Every human vessel from every colony, every station, every outpost across 200 light years. Military dreadnoughts bristling with weapons that had been mothballed for millennia. Civilian transports retrofitted with railguns and particle cannons. Mining ships with industrial lasers that could crack asteroids now aimed at enemy hulls. Even the generation ships, the ancient colony vessels that had carried humans to the stars, had been armed and brought to bear. Behind them, the construction yards of Earth itself were visible, churning out new warships at a rate that defied physics. Humanity had mobilized its entire industrial capacity in 3 months. Every factory, every forge, every fabricator across 1,000 worlds now produced only one thing: instruments of war. 4,000 years, Kate said softly. 4,000 years we spent building farms, not battleships. Raising families, not armies. Creating art, not weapons. We thought we'd left our violent past behind. She paused. We were wrong. We didn't leave it behind. We just put it away. And you made us open that box. Wade pulled up another display. These are the coordinates where your scout ships last reported our colony vessels. You will return our children to those exact locations within 24 hours. Unharmed. Every single one. Thelgzar's patterns shifted rapidly through colors Kate's translator couldn't interpret. This is madness. The Galactic Council will— The Council can't help you, Kate interrupted. We've already contacted every species you've acquired specimens from. Turns out we're not the only ones who care about their young. 63 civilizations are now waiting for our signal. You're not just at war with humanity, Ambassador. You're at war with everyone you've ever wronged. The ambassador's crystalline face somehow conveyed terror despite its alien structure.
You'll destroy the Pax Stellaris?
Millennia of peace. You destroyed it when you took our children, Wade said, his voice shaking with barely controlled fury. Peace exists because reasonable people choose it. But there's nothing reasonable about what you did, and there's nothing human beings won't do to protect their young. Kate checked her chronometer. 23 hours, 59 minutes remaining, Ambassador. I suggest you spend it wisely. Because if even one child has a bruise, a scar, or a nightmare they didn't have before. She smiled, and it was the most terrifying expression Thelgzar had ever witnessed. We'll show you why humans spent 10,000 years before the Pax trying to destroy themselves. Except this time we won't be fighting each other. The transmission ended. Wade sat back down, exhaling slowly. Think they'll do it? Kate watched the impossible fleet hovering in space, a testament to humanity's capacity for both creation and destruction. They'll do it, because they're about to learn the most important rule about humans. She turned to face him. We're not violent because we're savage. We're violent because we love. And there is no force in this universe more dangerous than a species that will burn the galaxy down to save its children, the Xantharians. Returned the children 18 hours later. The war was over before it began, but the galaxy would never forget what they'd seen. A peaceful species transformed into an unstoppable force not by hate, but by love. That was the day the universe learned to fear humanity's compassion.